Good evening, everyone. So I said I would show you how to magnetize some stuff here. I kind of lied to you guys last time, and I said the magnet would fit in the gun hilt. That was wrong. As you can see, I had to actually cut off the entire hilt, and what I did was I just put a magnet to the bottom, and the magnet will clip right on into the hand. Basically, it's not going to make too much of a difference. The profile of the gun is still there, and no one's going to really notice the difference unless they get really close and look, or they pull it off and they go, "Oh, what's that?" Like I said, I did the forearm stuff as well on all the arms on the southern models. I still got the northern ones to do. As you can see, you can shake these and rattle them around. These little magnets hold on pretty good. Fix the shields, magnets underneath the hands. Here's the other shield, one that I had to correct. As you can see, shields are probably the heaviest item, and a pretty good throttle, and they still stay on. I also had to do the sword over. The way I originally wanted to do it was just to clip at the bottom and take off the little bottom piece, and then hook the magnet up to the hand guard. And I was going to leave a bit of the actual hilt on top. Well, I couldn't quite get the magnet glued to the bottom. If I could have, it would have worked great. So what I did was I put the magnet on the top. And it really doesn't look bad at all. And yeah, it's changed the overall look of the way the sword was originally. But I really don't think it makes too much of a difference, to be honest. Yeah, that's kind of what the hilt looked like originally. So, I mean, you can see that it's, yeah, that's missing when you take it off, but personally, I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, so basically the first thing you want to do is you want to get the right size drill bit. You want to take your magnet. I'm going to do it in this plastic container so I don't lose a magnet. But you want to take the magnet and you just want to bring the bit right over the top of it and make sure it's just as wide as the magnet you're going to use, because you want it pretty much to go in there nice and snug. At least I do. If you want to make it a little bit bigger, go ahead and make it bigger. But these models are pretty small, so I would suggest, if you get the 1/16th, to use the 1/16th drill bit. And that's the way you can tell that you have a 1/16th drill bit, if yours, like mine, doesn't say 1/16th on the bit itself. I got this little thing from Harbor Freight. I was using a Black & Decker set where I was actually twisting the part that would go in the chuck by hand. Lots of fun, but I have pretty strong fingers, so it wasn't too big of a deal for me. The first thing you want to do is you want to figure out what you're going to magnetize. So let me get one of the arms from the north. And then once you figure out what it is you want to magnetize and where you're going to put your magnets, right now I'm trying to figure out where the shield goes, so at this point I'm not going to do anything into the forearms. I got this seam scraper on less recommendation for cleaning up mold lines and stuff. I'm kind of heavy-handed, and this is a heavy tool. I've done more destruction than probably I would have if I used a regular hobby knife. But it does work great. But I have found another purpose for it. Basically, find exactly where about the middle is, as far as you think. Kind of bring it over to judge, kind of put it in the middle, and then you press down firmly. Making sure I got this somewhat in the thing. My lighting isn't the greatest. I gotta get my new bulb for my magnifying lamp thingy. And that's about middle. Press, twist a little bit, and that right there gets you your pilot hole. So then all you gotta do is then come back with your bit. It'll pretty much find their pilot hole, and then you start drilling. And I find that if you drill pretty much flush with the surface's angle, you're good. Excuse me. You're going to get a better connection. So you pretty much want to drill in there, spin it back, and then what you want to do from that point is, because you don't want to go too far in unless you really want to, but and you just put this down in the hole that you have, and you go, oh, okay, I'm a couple of hairs from being where I want to be. And you drill it down until you get it flush. With the axis I've seen here, pretty much I'm going to want to clip it here, right at the end of the hex, and put a magnet in here. It will fit. Now, the magnet will fit in the shaft, but I'm not sure by how much. Depending on how it goes, I might cut a little bit of the shaft, put the magnet on top, and then take milliput and milliput it so it's flush. I am more than likely going to have to do that trick here with Halbert. As you might see, it is pretty close to being 1/16 size. So you just kind of have to take it one thing at a time. The best thing to do is just remove the pistol grip completely. Just glue a magnet to the bottom. No one's going to really know unless, like I said, they take it off. The weapon's profile is still there, and that's the most important thing. The pistol grip, yeah, it looks nice when the gun's not being held in the gear's hand, but really, unless you're going to make it a showpiece and you want it to go onto the side of the model or something, and it's not going to never go into his hand, then yeah, keep the pistol grip by all means. And if you really wanted to, you could make this flush, put a magnet right in the center, take your gear, remove that, make it flush where it houses up, and you can magnetize that so that you could take this off, paint it, and then if in case it's a storage issue or something, you could take it on and off. I really don't see the point in doing that, but you never know. So I hope this is kind of helpful. Hope maybe I might give you some ideas. Please feel free to make any comments or suggestions or ideas. Have a good day and happy gaming.